Wal.
Yeah.
This Russian bloke is a bit of a big mouth, isn't he? This Solzhenitsyn. See what he says here?
What about nipping out us and getting us a bottle of stout, eh, Flo? Huh? Well, that's what it says there.
Not that, you unshaven twit. That's a handicap. I'm talking about the collapse of Western democracy.
Oh, yes, I see it now. Yeah.
Mind you, he's a showroom model for the collapse of Western democracy, his old handicap.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been on his back and unemployed for years.
Yeah. That's not a good thing to put in the paper, is it? No wonder those Russians think we've had it. Hope they don't all go around like old handicap, you know, jigging about with his silly old cap on, needing a shave all the time.
I wonder where you get that idea from, Wal.
Search me.
Mind you, he's a clever bloke, this Solzhenitsyn, you know. Really is a clever... Do you know what? Thousands of people banded together to bring him out of Russia into Britain.
Really?
Yeah. And now that he's got so much to say for himself, they want to get him back into Russia again. Yeah, he says here... Oh, he says here that if it carries on as we go, we're going to have 2 million unemployed this year.
2 million and free.
Who's the other three?
You, him, and Ron Ibbott.
Ron Ibbott?
Yeah. Made him redundant, didn't they?
Yeah, well, that's better than being out of work, isn't it?
It's a good job old Solzhenitsyn don't work here, Wal. He'd have met his intellectual match for you. What's Ron Ibbott got the tin tack for?
Using the governor's nose.
Eh? How did his governor's nose get him the sack?
He walloped him on it.
Very comical, that is. Mind you, Harry, that's a sign of the times, isn't it, you know? Now, you take a few years ago, a porter and a governor could have had a right bull and a cow, then they nip around to the lamb, and have a few pints 2 hours later, the best of friends.
It's a sign of the times, mate.
It's your inflations.
Hello, now, there's a lady here who's an expert on inflation, as you can well see.
Oh, no, love, I've never needed forces. Mother Nature dealt me a good hand.
A good hand? She dealt you the entire pack.
Saucy, Ray.
You're cheeky.
That's just the start, Ron Ibbott.
It's the thin end of the wedge, mateys.
Oh, yeah. Other heads will roll. You mark my words. It's the little ones who'll get the bullet first.
What rubbish.
Not the big uns. The ones that can do the work of 2 men. They'll be important, mush. One that springs to mind is me.
You? You've got all the speed and grace of a constipated hippo. Blimey, look at the time. I've got to get back to work.
Got you worried, hasn't it?
Me worried? Me worried? Listen here, big mouth. As far as my governor's concerned, I am a vital asset. He don't frighten me. I tell him just what I think of him, you see, and he respects me for that because I tell him just what I think of him.
Morning, Mr. Preston.
Cut it down!
No, it's no good. The business doesn't justify it. One of them will just have to go. Yes, I have thought of taking on a big one and elbowing both of them, but where's the advantage, eh? The way I look at it, well, what you got to do is get rid of one and let the other do the work of 2. Well, the business don't justify it. Look, and I'm perfectly happy with the older one. The other one will have to go.
Oi!
What you doing striving about on the stairs?
I'm just polishing them, Gov, yeah. I was on my way to work incredibly hard when I was polishing the stairs. They look nice now.
Yeah, well, don't let me stop you working incredibly hard, will you? No. Be my guest.
Oh, yes. Anything else I can polish on my way there? How about your shoes?
You feeling all right?
Oh, fabulous. Absolutely fantastic. I can't tell you. I've got so much vitality, I can't stop working.
You can't stop talking either, can you? Come on now, chop, chop.
Of course, Gov. Go ahead, say chop, chop, yeah. Legs, march your legs, everybody.
I'm sorry about that. Yes, well, let's leave it at that for now. You're a good salesman, I'll give you that. Look, if the old display cabinet packs up, I'll give you my word I'll be back to you. In the meantime, send your mechanic down to take away the one I've got on trial. All right? Because I don't need 2. Yeah, bye now.
Legs, march your legs, chop, chop,
Yeah, Reggie boy, you're going to rate the knots, aren't you?
Me? No. It's just that I'm strong, I'm so fit, you know. I can't help it. I've got to keep working. I can't stop working. Well, you do fit or fit when you're young, ain't you? You know what I mean? I feel fantastic.
I don't know. I ain't young, am I?
No, well, you see, do you know what you want to do, mate?
What?
You ought to retire.
I don't want to retire.
Yes, you do. You ought to hang your hat up.
No, I don't want to. It keeps my head warm.
Mate, you don't know what I mean, do you? I mean, let's face it, Well. I mean, you're no chicken, are you? I mean, you should put your feet up and potter about in the garden.
Yeah, but how can I potter about in the garden if I've got my feet up?
You know what I mean? I mean, figuratively speaking, I mean, a man of your years, coming to the end of a noble working span, you deserve a happy and dignified retirement.
I don't want one.
Well, you've had a good whack. And God blimey, you're going to get another one if you don't pack this job in.
I think where you've gone a bit wrong, Reg, if you don't mind my saying so, love, has been in not getting to know Mr. Preston on a social level.
On a social level?
No, let me go on, please. Now, take my brother Clive.
Oh, good, here we go.
Oh, now, listen. Clive has got on. He has just been promoted, and do you know why? Last week he had his boss for dinner.
He'd eat anybody, he wouldn't.
Scoff if you want to. But what have you got to lose if the situation is as bad as you say it is?
But invite him, that Nazi, round here to dinner. God, I'd rather starve first.
Probably will if you lose your job.
Legs, find your legs, serve your legs. Mr. Preston, I wonder if I could have a word with you.
Did you get that load off the Simmons lorry?
Oh, yes, I only had one load, so I took it twice. Made me feel so fit, it did, you know. Feels a lot more hard work to do, you know.
Well, isn't this your break?
Me? Break? What do I need a break for, Mr. Preston?
Well, old Wall's gone, hasn't he?
Well, he would do, you know, being an old man, not fit for a full day's work and that. Wouldn't surprise me, you know, if he didn't retire. Eh?
Put that phone down. And for the love of Pete, stop polishing things. Anyway, what did you want to have a word with me about?
Well, Myrene, that is me and Myrene, and we thought if he wasn't doing anything, you see, we'd... And frankly, I wouldn't blame him if you didn't want to come, because I know how a busy man you are, very, very busy man like you are, and nobody knows more than me what it's like to be busy, you know.
Stand still. Stop polishing and tell me what you're yapping about.
Want to come to dinner?
Eh?
Want to nip round to the house for a bite to eat?
Are you balmy?
Yeah, no, me and my dear Reen, that is, we'd like you to come to dinner. That is you and of course, your dear lady, Mrs. Preston, of course.
Well, she's gone away with her sister.
Oh, well, you'll have nobody to cook for you, will you? And you'll enjoy a nice meal.
Yeah, well, thanks all the same for no, but as a matter of fact, I'll make it a point only to go out to business dinners.
Well, this is a business dinner.
Why? Who else is coming?
Me?
Well, I had gathered that. Anybody else?
Oh, yes, there's this fella. He's something in the city, like.
Well, he's what in the city?
He's an expert.
Well, what at?
Money. Money, yes. He's very good with fish, too. Yes, he used to be a general in the Cod War. No, he's a remarkable man, you know. He'll show you how to expand your business, and he told me you can double your money. He told me. Yeah, I heard him.
Oh, come.
What a pity. Oh, you will?
Where? What time?
Well, dinner time.
You're kidding.
No, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
Right, well, thanks for the invitation.
That's quite all right. Pleasure.
Reg, what on earth possessed you to tell Mr. Preston you and you're a financial genius?
I had to, didn't I? He wouldn't have come otherwise.
Well, who are you going to invite? I mean, who do you know in the city? Apart from Clive.
I'm not inviting him.
Don't know anyone else.
Invite him, it's a good idea.
Reggie won't come here after all the horrible things you've called him. And to his face.
It's only when I look at his face I think of all those horrible things.
Reg, if you want my Clive to come here to dinner, you're going to have to eat humble pie.
I think we'll have that after the chicken. So you'll do it, will you, Ree?
Yeah. Do what?
Ring your Clive and invite him.
Well,
Yes, we all are, very.
I mean, what do you want?
What do I want? Well, listen, to make you a lot of money. Yes, to make you a lot of money. You see, now look, Clive, old son, I know that you and I haven't been the best of friends. Be honest.
That's the understatement of the year.
I thought you'd see it my way. Now, look, now, a nod's as good as a wink to a blind horse. Now, that you must agree, as I do. And that is why I'm holding this little dinner party tomorrow night, okay? Were you with me?
No.
Now you're talking. You see, what it is this, you see. This man who's coming is very big in Billingsgate. He is the biggest. He has done for fish, and I tell you no lie, what Marmalade's done for gollywogs. Yes, and you see, and he wants to expand his business.
You said he was the biggest in Billingsgate.
Exactly, and he wants to be the biggest in Covent Garden and all.
Covent Garden is fruit and veg.
That's what I like about you, straight to the point, you see. I can see you two are going to get on like a house on fire.
Is this on the level, Reg? Because I know you.
My oath. One day, you'll look back on this phone call from your Rolls-Royce, puffing away on a huge Bollinger, and you'll be so big that you'll make Charlie Claw look like Charlie Drake. Yes, yes. No, yes, no, my oath. Tomorrow night. Righto, Clive. Bye.
You coming?
Yes.
Oh, how did you get him to come?
I told him the truth. Careful interlaced with a pack of lies.
This Allegro is the best foreign car I've ever owned.
It's got to hold 5 people in comfort, mind, and do 0 to 60 in about 9 seconds.
Well, even they got to wash the petrol, haven't they?
And I want a 5-speed gearbox, adjustable steering wheel, not as extras. And I must be able to lock all the doors at the flick of a switch.
Slow down, Neville. There isn't a fire.
And 5 doors and reclining seats. Can't help me, of course, can you?
The new Rover 3500, sir.
Leyland Cars. Austin, MG, Triumph, Mini, Jaguar, Daimler, Princess, Morris, Rover. All with super cover. Great cars and a great deal more.
There we are, Mrs. B. Neptune. Well, cats are like us, aren't they? They need their bit of fish, too.
Oh, yes. He loves his Neptune. You should see him. He can't wait.
Well, it is from Whiskers.
Yes, and it's got those real fish pieces. Neptune really looks delicious. And my Sammy thinks so, too. He never leaves any.
Well, it's like I say, Mrs. B. That's Whiskers for you. Whiskers Neptune. Gives your cat the fish he wants, the way he likes it.
Had a prawn cocktail, 2 fillet steaks.
5 chips twice, 1 double with beans.
Bombay curry and a glass of butter.
2 cheese and pickle, 1 ham, 3 pints and a sausage.
2 burgers, 1 heavy on the onion.
And I've got your favourite for afters.
When they've given themselves indigestion, more people take Rennie for relief than any other indigestion tablet. Because Rennie melt away the misery of indigestion. Fast. Rennie.
Boiling milk, what do? Make a grab for the pan. If you cook with gas, you just turn it off. Turn gas off, and it's really off.
Cookability, that's the beauty of gas.
From the Harris Carpet Super Sale, nylon pattern carpet with built-in underlay, 150 a square yard, covers a 12 by 9 room for just £18, a 15 by 12 room for just £30. The Harris Carpet Super Sale, now.
Isn't there a Harris in your high street?
You know what you're doing?
Yeah, I pull this cork out and all the prop comes out that little hole there.
I didn't mean that. You know perfectly well I meant setting up this dinner party on a confidence trick.
Here, Reed, do you know what this needs?
Needs nothing at all. Come away from there, please. You just concentrate on preventing this evening from being the fiasco it looks like being.
Breen, you leave them to me. By the time I'm finished with them, they won't know whether they're coming or going. That's one of them coming.
I'll go.
Salt. Good evening, Governor. You've met my wife, dear Vreeny.
Yes.
You must have done. Didn't let yourself in, did you?
Yes, we have met. Well, this is a very nice room.
Oh, thank
yes,
you.
isn't it? Isn't this a very nice room? I've always said that, haven't I, Irene? A very nice room this is. We've got a lot of other rooms. They're all very nice, but not as nice as this one.
I'm sure Mr. Preston would like a drink, Reg.
Oh, thank you, Irene.
Yes, sir. What would you like? Whiskey or scotch?
Thank you, I'll take whiskey.
Oh, you prefer that, do you?
Isn't there somebody else coming?
Yes, my brother.
No! No. Your brother. No, he's not coming. He was coming. He was coming to decorate the other rooms, which is not as nice as this one, but he's not coming now. Because I said to him, no, don't come tonight. I said, God, don't come. Not tonight, I said.
Oh, what's his name?
Who?
This chap who's coming.
Oh, Moody. All Moody. Mr. Carl Moody.
Oh, look, Mr. Preston hasn't any ice in his drink. Rach, would you help me in the kitchen, please? I can never manage the ice tray. Listen, what are you up to now? Did you tell him about Clive?
No, listen. When Clive comes, you see, you tell him his name is Mr. Carl Moody.
Oh.
Just for tonight, Reen, and leave the rest to me. Be all right.
Oh.
That's Clive now. Let him in. Tell him it's worth a fortune to him. I'll sell him. Oh, there you are, Governor. Mr. Preston, meet Mr. Carl Moody. Mr. Carl Moody, meet Mr. Preston. And Mr. Preston, meet Mrs. Carl Moody. And Mr. Carl Moody, meet Mrs. Carl Moody. Oh, you better go. My dear Reen, you better at the door, of course. She's, how do you do? Oh, what would you like to drink?
Oh,
Scotch.
I'll have what Mr. Preston's got.
No, you can't have that, that's his.
I'll do the drinks, lovey. Why don't you get everybody seated?
I'll help. Just take the order.
Mrs. Carl Moody? Mrs. Carl Moody, what are you going to have?
I have a gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic? Excuse me, sweetheart. Get everybody seated.
Yes, of course. Now, do sit down. Sit anywhere you like. You sit there. No, you sit over there, Governor. Mr. Preston, and that's it. Right, lovely. Now, Mrs. Wendy, Mrs. Carmel Michael Moody. Governor, would you mind just before you drink? Would you let the lady sit there, because you sit there, Mrs. Carmel. No, don't sit there, no. Sit over there. That's,
Right.
Yes.
Right, Mr. Carl Moody, a nice big one for you. I've done you a little one, dear.
Oh, thank you.
A gin and tonic, Mrs. Carl. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, well, here we are, then. And I sit on the, here, I think.
I understand, Mr. Carl Moody, that you're heavily involved in city finance.
Yes, indeed. And I understand you are one of our worthy Billingsgate wholesalers.
Yeah. Well, I'm very interested in your scheme.
Juggle.
Eh?
Do you juggle, Mr. Preston? How about you, Mr. Carl Moody? Do you juggle?
No, do you?
Not very well, no.
Of course, you take certain areas of the white fish industry today now.
Oh, yes.
One of its prime requirements, like any other industry, is the fresh injection of capital.
Oh, yes, of course. And let us not forget the immense value of sound financial advice towards that very end.
Immense.
I mean, finding the right man with the expert teeth.
Mr. Carl Moody, I'm terribly sorry about that. I'll go and get a cloth.
Yes. As I was saying, finding the right man.
You go get a cloth.
You go and get a cloth. I'll sit to this here.
Right.
Please, Reg. I'm never so Clive.
It's very sorry.
She's in an awful
This scheme of yours now, Mr. Carl Moody, I must say I'm intrigued.
Excuse me a moment.
I'm sorry, Reen.
What have you done?
No, the top come off it. It's all right. It's not urgent.
You've ruined it.
What? No, I haven't.
You've ruined it, please.
Don't be silly. Curry! Oh, that's it.
That's what?
Serve up some rice, and we'll serve it up with curry and rice.
Oh, yes. No, I haven't got any rice.
Wait a minute, I'll go to the Indian joint. I'll get some portions of boiled rice, right?
Oh, be quick.
Yeah. Don't let them get together. Talk to them, but don't let them get together.
All right. Be quick, Pip.
Where's the door?
Financing is very difficult.
Yes.
Well, you cannot operate on the law of diminishing returns. No, you can't operate on the law of diminishing returns. You see,
appreciate
the
that.
Bank of England makes somebody a loan.
Bank.
Not like it's hurt me before.
Good evening, sir.
You must be kidding. Look, I'm in a desperate hurry.
Oh, yes, sir. Please be seated.
No, I haven't got time for that. I want 4 takeaway portions of boiled rice, please.
Yes?
Yes.
And what else?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, well, you see, we're vegetarians.
Ah, then you would like a vegetable curry?
No, we can't stand vegetables.
But this is a place of business. I cannot serve plain boiled rice to every Tom, Dick and Harry who come in.
Have they been in as well? Must be a lot of dinner parties going wrong tonight.
I was giving that as typical example of British colloquial expression. It is what we say we British, like watch your cock and roll over duck.
Terrible, I've got time to stand here gassing.
You are very welcome to sit down, I told you.
Look, I haven't got time. I want 4 portions of boiled rice.
Not from here you won't. Not by itself. I would go skin-tooks, old chum.
Oh, I'll tell you what then. I'll have 4 portions of mango chutney as well to go with it. And just to please you.
But that don't please me.
Well, why not?
Because we serve chutney here free.
Well, God blimey, give me some then.
Not on your Nelly.
Well, he's a long time in the lab, isn't he?
Yes.
Listen, Mr. Carmody, I hear you're a financial whiz kid.
Oh, well, one hopes to be one day.
Well, I heard you was. Fennell tells me you're mustard. You could double my money, he said.
He told you that?
Yeah.
Well, look, cards on the table. I mean, I do work for a city firm, but an accountant's clerk.
Clerk? Now, listen here.
Orange, Mr. Preston. Or a grape?
Now, look here, Gandhi. What have you got here that's cheap?
You?
No, on here, I mean, something reasonable that, that's it. I'll have one of those.
Right, sir, with pleasure. 1 mutton curry with boiled up pilau rice, sir.
Boiled? 4 portions.
You are up to your old tricks again, sir. If I had a few more customers like you, I might as well damn well emigrate.
It's a good idea. So why don't you flog me 4 portions of boiled rice, help you to get your fare back again?
So that's it. You are a nasty little Enoch Powellist. You wish to finance my fare on the proceeds of 4 miserable portions of boiled rice? What sort of boat do you think I would get on for that?
Damn sight better than the one you come over on.
I came on Air India, a first-rate airline, old chum.
Well, I bet they'd let me have 4 portions of boiled rice without any trouble, mate.
And then why don't you nip round to Heathrow and get it? Because you're damn well not getting it here.
Anybody want another drink?
I will. And you better pour your old man one. He's going to need it when he gets back.
I see you're all enjoying yourselves. Oh, well, grub's up. There you are. Surprise for you, Mr. Carmody.
There's no need to continue with that charade.
Eh?
Mr. Preston and Clive are well aware that you brought us all here under false pretenses.
Oh, dear. Yes.
Here, what the devil's this?
Fish and chips.
Oh, that's the last straw. You're getting round to your rotten little house. You keep calling that ridiculous name Mr. Carmody. You tip me up so we both get soaked. And now the final insult, you hand me this working-class muck, fish and chips.
Aye! Now, listen here, you. I didn't like you the minute I laid eyes on you. I only put up with all your fancy airs and graces because I was told you was a clever nut. And I'll talk to you about that later. But when you go calling the king of food fish and insult and muck, then it's time for me to elbow my normally polite manner and to tell you that you are a prissy, pompous pain in the ass. You shut up! There are fishermen that graft away all their lives at sea while twits like you sit up there in your warm little offices and add up the flaming figures. What do you know? Well...
Clive, will you please take me home?
And good riddance.
I'll show you to the door.
Oh.
Good fun, wasn't it? Did you enjoy yourself? Well, it's different, wasn't it? I'll tell you what, I'll go and get the vinegar.
Hang on. Now, come on, what's all this caper about tonight, eh?
Well, you know...
No, I don't let me know. I want you to tell me.
Well, it just happened that as I was on my way to work incredibly hard, I just stopped just for a few seconds to have a quick little a break. Only a small one, of course. And I overheard you on the blower saying that you're going to keep old Wall on and get rid of me, see?
Now I see. So that's why you invited me to this lunatic dinner.
Well, let's put it this way. Yes.
What you heard when you should have been working incredibly hard was me cancelling an order for a display cabinet.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. And I must say, I rather enjoyed seeing you rushing about. A sight I fervently hope will continue. And if it don't, you might very well get the tin tack. We know where your Achilles heel is now, don't we?
In the back of my Achilles foot. Fancy a drink of beer?
Yeah, a big one.
Here, help yourself. Here, fancy a bit of Matt Munro? Just to give it a matte finish.
You bloody dare.